Mom versus Me podcast, first episode with your host, Coach. I'm here with my boy Dre. We at the Podcast Summit 2023, Miami, Florida, hosted by David Shines. It's a unbelievable event. I'm just blown away. Here with my man from Memphis, Dre. Talk to the people. Talk to the people. Yes, sir. Drake got a podcast as well. Yes, sir. And, we just here to get y'all the game. Today we going to cover a couple topics. We at the summit. This is my first episode. So let's dive into it. Dre, you said you done some day trading and financial literacy. Like, talk to us about that.
So day trading was my introduction to financial literacy. So before I get into it, I kind of got to tell you of how I got there, how I realized the importance of day trading.
Please do.
So before I understood the importance of financial literacy, and I understood how to understand day trading, I was actually working 2 jobs. So I was working at Popeyes and tax office at morning. Literally, like, when I tell you I had no time to myself, like, I was making money, but I didn't have any time to spend on it. Like, I would wake up to go to the first job. I had 30 minutes to an hour gap in between, literally just enough time to drive to the next one. I would clock in. And if it was the weekend, I wouldn't get out Popeyes till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Time to go to sleep and repeat.
Popeyes pumping out chicken at 12 o'clock at night.
That's what everybody's question is. I'm telling you, my question when I seen the schedule, like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, they're like, yeah, we gotta clean up. Like, we gotta get prepared for tomorrow. They're like, oh my God, work every morning. They're like, we gotta get prepared for tomorrow. So yeah, we turned into a job sometimes. And I was making money. But one, I didn't have any time to spend it. I really didn't have the energy to do other stuff. Like I said, it was from summer to summer, my whole day. So my friend, my brother I grew up with, shout out R.B. Miller.
Shout out R.B. Miller.
About day trading. What? No, I don't even know if he phrased it like that. He just said he was making money from his phone. As soon as I seen the post, I clicked up and I slid up. I'm like, making money from his phone, saying black easier than what I'm doing. Like, it sound like an opportunity, I'm interested in this. So I asked him a few questions. We got on the call, and a day later, I was starting my day trading. So it was like 3 or so years ago, right at the top of 2020. So right after I got started doing it, like I said, I worked 2 jobs because I had just moved out at this time. I was 17, just moved out.
Just moved out your parents' house.
100%.
I got you.
At 17, so I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get you.
Damn, what's that mentality like?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Trust me, I know.
Looking back on it, I understand I could have did things differently.
Sure.
About it differently. When you're young, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, I have enough money to move out. Like, I want to move out, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With the 2 jobs, I was able to pay for like, working some up to some now.
Yeah, so you can hold it down.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm like, okay, I'm able to kind of do what I want to do, so it's cool. And right after I got started in the day trade during COVID, so I remember like it was yesterday because the same thing.
Oh, so this March 2020?
Yeah, it's March 2020, 100%. I remember like it was yesterday, kind of the same thing happened with my job and school. I'm 17, I'm still in high school. So we was getting ready to go on spring break. It was like, spring break not gonna be 1 week, it's gonna be 2 weeks because it's COVID thing, whatever. And then we just kind of 1 week, 2 weeks, we're not doing that. They gave us some computers, push you work online. It kind of the same thing happened with my tax office job. And because I was day trading, crazy how it happened, how life works. I had just quit the Popeyes job to make more time for day trading. And like a week or 2 after that, I got a text from my manager like, we're not going into the office today. We're meeting tomorrow because of COVID. Then she texted me the next day like, not tomorrow. Wednesday turned to the whole week. Never got to go back. So that was just the end of it. So I knew I had to lock in, take day trading seriously. I had 2 other incomes that I had coming in that just completely went away.
Nice.
So I'm like, I got these bills, I gotta hustle, we gotta figure this out. And I got like when I first joined, I was too big to lock in and take it serious. So I'm like, I have no choice. So I get on the car. One of the go-live sessions on educators. I learned from educator. I remember like it was yesterday. Told me to sell GBP, JPY. That's a currency that I'm going to trade for it. And I knew nothing about what I was doing. So I could see GBP, JPY. I put my lot size in, which is how much you put on the trade. And I literally went to sleep on the trade. Found out when he was supposed to go to sleep on the trade, but I went to sleep on the trade. And I woke up with $13 million.
Oh.
One
night?
One night. 100%. And I just had this realization. I'm like, I did this with no education. And like, I'm not putting no time into it. So I'm like, I wonder if I really learned the skill and I got the education, what could this turn into? You know, that's how I got into the day trading game. And I've been going with it ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like to hear that. That's the introduction to financial literacy as well. I like that because our community, you know, financial literacy not one of the biggest topics on our board. We got entertainment, sports. Don't get me wrong, we want money. We love the money, but how money is presented to us in our environments, we know that ain't nothing for longevity. You feel me? So, you know, that right there, I gotta commend you for that. So besides day trading, what else interests you as far as in financial literacy?
So when I'm not trying to become more financial literate myself, when I'm not working on the projects that I have going, I'm helping others with financial literacy. So one of the projects that I'm most excited about right now is I just started a nonprofit.
Ooh, talk to us about that.
Aimed at helping kids and adults with financial literacy. So the name of the nonprofit is Experience Results Foundation.
Experience Results. Okay.
And it's part of a company that I moved with Experience Results Foundation because it's about helping kids create better experiences around learning and helping create better financial results for adults.
Ooh, you just blew me away, Jay.
Like, because, you know, I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't interested in too many things, you know what I mean, that didn't come with, like, you know what I mean, experience attached to it.
I know
Like,
exactly what you're talking about.
I got into day trading at 17 literally because I kind of had to, you know what I mean? I
forced
know
to.
if I wasn't at a point where I wasn't really happy with my situation, I'd be like, would kept sliding, kept scrolling past the post like I did every other one. I just happened to be at a place in my life at that point to where it was something that was important to me. But I know the same opportunity, interesting enough, somebody invited me to hear about and get started in the same opportunity that my brother considered to me 6 months ago. Just wasn't the right time.
It just wasn't the timing, yeah. Okay.
Just like a regular, like kind of sit down conference. It's just like it's just gonna be somebody talking. Just one for me. It seemed like, you know, I mean, something that interesting. So when I started the foundation, when I started the nonprofit, one of the main things I was like, we have to do events that are fun for the kids just as much as education. Because I know if I just say, come listen to this speaker talk, like it's gonna fall on deaf ears if they show up at all.
Just like how David Shine said, you got to get them engaged.
100%.
Yeah. Got to.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on, day trade and things like that.
So what you like to do for fun, Jerry? What you know, when you're not in work mode, you just want to, you know, relax, chill. What you do for fun?
You know, that's a great question. And the truthful, honest answer is that, like, it don't sound crazy to your audience, but like, a lot of times for fun, I'm doing the same things that I'm doing for work. Like this conference that we're here at now.
Game changer.
Game changer. You know what I mean? And I've learned so much, but I also like I've enjoyed it. Hey, like you could not get me to pay attention to 6-8 hours of information for nothing in school.
Yes.
And it's like if this conference was 5 days, I would be like,
A month.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting that kind of the things that I do for fun, I kind of like the same things that I do for business. I like to learn, I like to go on, I like to learn about new topics and things like that. One thing that's kind of different that I like to do for fun is I like to play basketball. I was an athlete before, so I like to work out. I like to get in the gym when I can. When I'm on these trips, when I'm traveling for work and stuff, I try to fit in cool dinner, lunch, kind of cool stuff like this. I don't really do that guy,
Man, so you say you play basketball. Was you point guard, shooting guard? What you were?
Definitely point guard, boss, man. I tell you, it's crazy because when it comes to sports and basketball, it's like from the time I picked up a basketball at 4 years old to 17, like nobody can tell me I wasn't going to the NBA. Even with all the signs pointing in the right direction.
Oh man.
Because when I tell you, I was like, until I had a growth spurt after high school. Leaving high school, I was like 4'5", 4. And I'm like determined to go to the NBA.
For sure.
And we can.
You was nice though.
I'm pretty nice. I'm pretty nice. But it was just like, and I always say like I ain't care about the height difference because I was like everybody's tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust you up. Yeah, I'm gonna bust you up regardless.
It's nothing new to me. You know what I mean? Everybody when they see me, like, yeah, you hooping, but I'm a coach. I always ask them, I'm like, you think you're the first person that came over with this? Like,
really?
I didn't get short when I met you today. I've been short. Everybody has had this plan. You know what I mean? So I was good, but kind of like once I got 17, I found business because at the same time I was working on 2 jobs. I was working car wash with my brother. So when I wanted one of those 2 jobs, tax office, I had the weekends off. And Popeye, it was just kind of like they give us a schedule every week, so those kind of operated random. So when I weren't doing those things, I was washing cars. You know what I mean? So I had kind of got into business in last year of high school. And I had a couple coaches looking at me that one. So I didn't see like real payout to the NBA, at least a media payout to the NBA. So I was like, I'm just looking down on the NBA.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know for me, growing up, I was always an athlete. Played every sport.
What was your favorite?
Football, of course. Played DB, corner, safety, receiver, all of that. All over the field. Went to JUCO. I ain't take it serious. That was my issue. But don't get me wrong. Like, you see how you said you thought you were going to the league. You know, not even thought. You knew you were going to the league. That was my mentality. Like, I'm going to the league. But I didn't. The steps. I didn't respect the process. That's what it was. And to the last, it's like on the end when you like reality hit you. Like, oh, this is not gonna. I thought I was driving. I thought I was going that way. I ain't going that way. It takes some humbling, you know. It takes some humbling. It took probably a couple months for me to be like, oh, yo, football is over now. Look for something else.
You have to take some humbleness and soul searching. It took me like, again, if it wasn't for me, I already had the other stuff in the fire that I could see the end.
Yes.
Like, if it had to, I'd probably be at somebody's school right now.
Trying to play ball. For sure. So let me ask you, far as like, what's your vision for like the nonprofit and like everything you're doing? Like, what's your vision? Like, what you see? Like, where do you see it potentially bringing you to, like, in the future?
Okay, this is such a great question. So, what my biggest vision is, I just want to be able to, when it comes to adults, like financial literacy, I've learned a few different topics when it comes to things that I've learned since the time I turned 17. I'm just 21 years old.
Sure.
Really more so 18 because I started when I was 17. It was January, my birthday in February. So literally more so like 18, 21 where I am now. Like I've learned a lot of things about financial literacy. You know, like humbly because money is not like a big thing. You know, what I mean, it's not a goal of travel. I've been able to, I've been able to go with a few people. And I realized, like, if that's what you're focused on, you really don't take that much time. Like, one of the things I've kind of been recently to people that I talk to about financial literacy and just getting to the next level. a lot of us know how to solve the problem that we have. It's just we're not actually actively trying to solve the problem. And I can give you an example. For a long time, when I was in the business, I was like, I had the skill of day trade. I'm thinking how I got introduced to it because it was network marketing.
Okay.
So at the same time, I was trying to solve the money thing. I was trying to solve my next network thing.
Yes.
Like, who am I going to be associated with? You know what I mean? And I wasn't taking
That's very
money.
important. That's very
100%,
important.
Very important thing. But I was telling myself that I was trying to make money.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I not progressing on my goals? Like, I have pretty much what I feel like I need to progress. Why am I not progressing? I feel like I'm kind of doing the things that I feel like I need to be doing, progressing. Then I realize, like, you're doing the things to progress your network because that's what you're solving. Like, the money thing is a whole separate issue. Like, one of the people that I listen to, Alex Rose, we know how to solve problems. Like, at a basic level,
Isn't that the fitness guy, right? Yeah, I know that. Oh, yeah.
He's
I like him.
At a basic level, like, we know we trying to lose weight, we need to move more and eat less.
True.
But most of us aren't doing so. He's like, when he take consultations and people be like, they ain't know, he challenged them right there. Like, you know what to do. And I always be kind of like an hour, like tone shift because they like, what you mean? You know what to do on a basic level. You know you need to work out more. Move. It's just, are you doing those things right now? And the answer is just always no. So let's work on the things that are stopping you from doing it. Let's work on the things that are actually moving towards the front. See what actually is holding you back. And when I really took a look at it, I realized that there was nothing stopping me from getting money besides the fact that doing what I was focused on. So I took a real deep dive into the day trading side of it. And like I taught myself how to trade forex in like 90 days.
90 days.
90%.
Dre, 90 days?
90 days. Now, I'm gonna be real, it's not typical. I put more time in those 90 days than most people probably put in years because, like I said, if I'm interested in something, like I can learn
You're gonna learn about it.
I would wake up because, like I said, I opened my job to the end of this month. So I wake up and I would just get on the training calls and listen to the previous recordings of the people who were making money in day trading. And then I would get on the sessions with them and I'd be like, okay, if I made money, I would be like, okay, what did I do different from the times that I didn't make money? And then I would do the same thing, vice versa, the days that I made money. Okay, what am I doing different? I mean, when I didn't make money, okay, what am I doing
Different.
than the days that I did make money? You know what I mean? It was just really a quick process. Like, I learned a lot about credit in the last 6 to 12 months. You know, we was talking about it earlier, like 12 months ago, I didn't even know what to find out. And now I feel 700, and I feel people, a person get over 7,000. And like, these are all skills that I just locked into and really took serious. I was able to teach myself in a matter of months. So I tell people that, like, once you actually start solving for a problem, it's not that hard to solve. Just a lot of us aren't actually solving for the problem. We're doing other things around the problem and other things that we think could get us closer instead of actually sitting there like, okay, if I'm trying to go here, what is the path I know? If I do this for an unreasonable amount of time, I know I can do it.
True. But you see, it all started from that mindset shift. You was like, you know what? Yo, I ain't working over here no more. I got to do this.
100%. So that's like my main goal with the nonprofit to kind of bring it back. I want to be able to give them mentality. Like, if you're focused on it, like nothing can stop you from learning. The reason that you haven't learned is because you weren't focused on it. Like you said, it's not that our community don't know how to make money. A lot of times, and it's not just our community because I've been at a lot of events.
Trust me, yeah.
And it's more than just us. But a lot more people would rather be entertained than educated. I just want to show people with the nonprofit.
Drop bars like that, Trey.
Goals that if you focus on it, you can achieve results that you need to achieve. Just kind of real big tied all together. What I want to do for the kids with the nonprofit is teach them that, like, at 17 for a little while, once I found out that sports weren't going to be the avenue, and I guess that's kind of I want to say this is because it's very dramatic for 17-year-old, but I just ain't see another way to make money like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I see another way to
yeah.
take care of my family and things like that. I'm like, and I'm 18. I thought I had to have it figured out, but at least know what I was supposed to be solving.
Know where the direction,
100%.
yeah.
And like I've taken like leaps and bounds from where I was just from 18. I was nowhere close to even on this path. And you ask a lot of people, they say I walked the wrong way on this path. You know what I mean? So I just want to let the kids know that regardless of what you feel like is going on now, if you take something serious and you're under 18, there's no way by the time you're 21, you're not amazing at that thing. Any skill you set out you want to learn, if you sit out and say, okay, I'm going to take it. When you're under 18, you have that ability.
You have it.
Nobody is looking at a 16-year-old like, why aren't you making more money? You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah, you're still a newbie.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you have the time to take and learn and really hone in on that craft. And when it comes to finances, money follows mastery. So
Say that again for them, Jay.
money follows mastery. So if you master any skill, see there are multi-millionaires on video games. Why? Because they weren't just playing video games. They have them.
Sure.
So I just want to be able to get into kids, show them like anything you like, you know, you can do this. You just gotta say, okay, I'm going this direction. Start moving.
But down, like, when we get on Instagram, we get on YouTube. I would say turn on the TV, but I don't think too much people watch TV nowadays. But yeah, you know, social media, we see the entertainers and the entertainers that we like. You know, they got the chains on. They got they flashing the bread. They got the whips. This, that, and the third. But they're not really talking about financial literacy like that and things like that. So how could someone that's attracted to that be okay? I want to look like that, but I need to focus on financial literacy. So how could they make that work? Yeah. How did that?
Great question. You know, again, I like to only keep it to myself, but okay, I really feel like I gotta say this because we're talking about entertainment. This is not all entertainment. This certain entertainment.
Sure.
A lot of times we see them in the chains, we see them with the cars or in the house or whatever they're doing, we think they're necessarily placing their money. A lot of these rappers are spending their advance money that they're supposed to put into their careers on these chains and these cars. So a lot of times they can't talk about financial literacy because it's not like living. You know what I mean? So we can't really fault people. You just have to go back to the kid where you find the people who are actually doing this stuff. You have to find something that you're interested in and seek out those connections.
Yes.
So like, if you want to be a podcaster, you need to find a way to get to a business like this. If the podcast is something else. It's like, if you knew nothing about podcasts when you walked in, you could know from start to at least how to get started.
At least the general information, yes.
Exactly how to shoot multiple episodes. You will be able to walk far enough that you will need no help until you lay along in the process.
Correct.
Even if you felt like you didn't get the information, it's 500 plus people that do it. Most of them already have a podcast.
Yes.
So you talk to them and say, hey, ask them a few questions. Like on my way in, coming from the airport, when I made it to the city, I'm on the plane from Dallas to Miami where we are. And I was telling somebody, they was like, you come to business, you come down here for like vacation. I'm like, I'm down here for the podcast. So the woman in the house was like, are you here for the podcast?
Come on now.
Me too. And we was able to connect and
Locked in.
And before I left the airport, I had also met somebody else who was there for the podcast. So all the things that I was struggling with my podcast, we ended up taking Uber together to the hotel. She was like, how do you have to do with this? I was like, that's simple. You just use this platform instead of that platform. I hadn't even been in the moment. All I did was say, okay, I want to learn more about podcasting. And I put myself in the room with other people who were doing those things. It's like, you have the ability to really solid. You're 650 podcasts. You're solid for education. So you will be able to learn where the information is and how to talk about it. Well, find those things in your college, but you have to be in the room.
You got to be in the room.
So I would say the most important thing is finding something that interests you and then getting involved and getting placed with people who are
Find, you hear that? Find something that interests you. So, but what if it's a young? Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was young, I played football, but before I knew football was my thing, I was just hanging out. I didn't really know. Like I didn't know what my interest was. I knew I could do some push-ups. I could do physical activity. I could read, but I didn't know what am I interested. Okay, I'm interested in real estate, or now I'm interested in real estate. But me, 14 years old, I didn't know I would be interested in real estate. So for a kid that's coming up that doesn't know their interests, like how could they try to find their interests? Or you get what I'm saying?
Great question. I would say there's a way to find your interest. Find something that other people feels like work, but to you feels like play.
I heard that quote before too. I just don't remember who it's from.
So 100%, whatever. Like I said, video games are perfect now. If you're into video games, especially if you're 15, if you're 14, like you said, you still a kid. Nobody expects you to make money right now. So you can literally just hone in on the video.
But dang, Dre, nobody expects you to make money. But when you 14, 15, and you go on YouTube, you see 6-year-olds making money.
100%.
Now your ego gets stroked a little bit. Like, wow.
Definitely, it's still happening to this day. This 8-year-old has made millions.
You feel me?
I'm 3 times his age. But I would just say that, and I know it's a lot easier to say than to do, but literally just have a home in and understand that you're not behind. Because that's one of the other things that drove me to start my nonprofit. I want to tell your kids that you're not behind.
I really have facts.
I found A-Trade at 17. Like, I kind of got on the hamster wheel because I told you the first night I was able to make $1,300 before I understood the skill punching. First, when I really got into trade myself and I was calling my own trades, I was trading something called instant, which is essentially just a more volatile currency.
Okay.
Other currency important. So the first thing I really got into trade myself was advanced punching, and it's very volatile. People basically you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time, you know what I mean? So I honed in skill, and I was able to make $1,000 a couple thousand in the morning before 9 o'clock somewhere. And I didn't even realize how valuable of a skill it was because I was on the house because I'm looking at the educator who I would call before I was calling my own trade who had $100,000. I knew the person who had made $1 million in a day.
Sheesh.
I'm thinking okay, this is more money than I can use today.
Yeah.
But I'm still thinking it's small fish. And I went there to tell the kid, whoever's listening, what do I do? Because there are people in it who already started. I'm just getting started. They'll always be. To us, an entry-level athlete, to most people, an entry-level athlete is very rich.
Yeah.
Multiple hundreds of thousands. But compared to, we can do NBA. So, compared to somebody who's on a debt minimum contract, it's like $5 million.
Yeah.
A lot more than a couple hundred.
Mm-hmm.
But compared to LeBron James, who's making $50 million a year, that's no money.
That's no money. Exchange.
Compared to, say, the owner who's cutting a check, what do you know how much? You know what I mean? Let's just say it's a lot of money. You can go all the way up to hedge fund managers, and it's always another level of somebody making more. So money will always be relative. So if that's the problem you're trying to solve, I want to give somebody the heads up I wish I had. You'll never solve it.
Never solve it.
You'll never be able to solve money things because it'll always be more money than you have.
Always.
So the most important thing that most people don't understand about money is not how much you make, it's how quick you can make it. And I really wish somebody had told me that then, because like wealth is about the time it takes to make, not how much money you make. So somebody makes, say, 50,000 a year, not good money, it's great money. To a lot of people love to make $50,000. There's somebody making $50,000 a month in a day. And it's the same 50,000, they just made it quicker. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to solve the money problem, there will always be more money to the bank. The real problem that you want to solve is find something that you can do, that you enjoy doing, so that when you're not making money from it, when you're just learning the skill, you can take that time and don't feel like I ain't made no money yet. But then once you get to that point where you are making money, always understand. Think about it. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not who somebody else is today.
Got you.
And if you always think about it like that, it will be so much easier to go down the journey you never passed. Because it's just like, I'm doing what works for me, and compared to who I was yesterday, a lot better. And that's all that ever really matters. That's the only person that started with you is going to end with you. Everybody else going to come along through parts of the journey and not going to be there.
100%. So, all right. Somebody listened to this podcast and they heard Dre gave some beautiful, insightful information. Now they jumped into day trading. Now they start making a little money. Now they like, damn. Let's just say, for instance, they didn't have the two jobs. Let's say they got both parents at home. They decent income, but now they was looking at They were looking at shiny things. They were looking at some designer clothes and this, that, and the third. And now they jumped into day trading and they made $5,000. They made $1,000 in a day. And they had them Balenciagas on their mind. So put yourself in those shoes. Well, is the Balenciagas, now that you got the $1,000, is the Balenciagas the focus, or should I just made $1,000 off of day trading by 8 a.m. this morning. Should I rinse and repeat that? So what it is?
I definitely say, I wouldn't say spend all the money, or as long as you have, the most important thing, I mean, it's a different answer for everybody else. It depends on the situation. Like you said, if you're in a situation where you don't need to spend that $1,000, it's not going to affect you if you spend it, and the best artists are something that you really want, it's something really into. I don't see a problem. I mean, I'm just not, first of all, kind of making money. I really feel like really coming in consistent. I knew that I couldn't have a great day.
And you went through.
100% did.
You went through.
I need this, I need this.
Let me get that champagne too.
100%, you know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with it. But you know what I mean? I would just say, make sure you solve the problem you need to solve. So if you know so let's say if you know you need to still have money that they trade tomorrow, you don't want to withdraw and have it count on every, and you went out tomorrow spending all on this and all that.
V-loan, yeah. No, that's too much, yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want to still be able to make sure you have the ability to build on what you're doing. But once you have the income to be able to make the pay, maybe take a day or two, you know what I mean, just have fun. That's how you should do it. It's all about that. You know what I mean?
That's all about it. That's what it's all about. Andrew, before we go, drop a bar on some financial literacy for everybody. Something they can leave with today that it'll help them beyond and further.
First, let's start with what I mentioned earlier. Just kind of say it one time. Not how much you make, it's how fast you make it. And it's about finding something that other people feels like work, that to you feels like money. Like, even if it's a day where I'm not that true, like, I'm an early riser, so you know what I mean? 8:30 jumping.
That's easy.
So even if it's a day that I'm not training, I'm training. It's easy to get on the wheel. It's about making money every single day. Not about just being able to do things that you need to do today. So it's about finding something something. It's about finding something that really feels like fun and other people feel like work. It's like once you find it, then it's so easy to just build.
Snowball effect.
100%. Even when I'm not sharpening 8 and I'm just used, I'm like, oh, I see that people made money right now. I see where the market took people. I see how the market took people. Okay. It's like really, like very interesting. I'm really fascinated. Like I felt like the 8:30 counter moved so quick, 15 minutes. It's like I felt like 5 minutes. I felt like I watched the whole movie. I'm ready to get up. It was analyzation. I ain't make no money. This was one of the mornings I'm one trading. I was just interested in what I do. Like it's still fun. So find something that doesn't feel like work to you, but you can do daily. You know, other people like, I feel this day, you like, I'm glad to do that. One sales like, I can't possibly go out and make no sales, it's raining. Another sales is going out to see, oh my God, everybody is going to be at home, it's a great day when they see.
Beautiful day.
So it's 100% about you, the type of personality you have, whatever this is.
For sure. That was a great show. Dre, where everybody can follow you at and, you know, on socials, tell everybody where they can find you at.
So you can find my podcast is the Blue Man Just Game Podcast. I talk to entrepreneurs about not just the destination, but about the journey. So we talk about not just making it, but how we get to it. You know what I mean? What are the emotions? Because it's going to be roller coasters. It's going to be ups and downs. How do you deal with the ups and downs going through the process? You can find it on most podcast platforms, both.com. It's all out there.
Everything.
No Name Just Game Podcast. Also on YouTube, No Name Just Game. My Instagram, the main social media that I'm on. Also, you can find me on 3 Dre LLC. You can connect with, I think those are the kind of things. If you see anything dealing with my nonprofit, it's kind of a big thing that I'm focused on right now. You'll be able to find me at Experience Results. So, to connect with the nonprofit, you see Experience Results Foundation, anywhere you can click on probably a link there to vouchers or information about my So, we did have all of it in the description. Yeah. Based on the
Yeah, I heard that. Follow my man Dre on all the social platforms and the sites. Subscribe to the No Name Just Game podcast. And, you know, keep coming back for this game because we just going to steady give it to y'all.
appreciate you so much, bro. Sit down and have
This my first time doing this, but it feel good. I ain't gonna lie, it feels good. Definitely got more in store. Yes sir. This is Me vs. Me podcast with my man Dre. We signing out.
camera on it, like, boy. Gotta stay tuned into the Mind vs. Me podcast. A lot of important, great information coming out.
That was